Hello and welcome to the Pinnacle Life channel. I'm your journey's host around here, resident financial ivory tower disruptor and wealth builder at Pinnacle Financial, Adrian Harasymiw. The federal election is just around the corner here in Canada. While I'm not here to talk politics on this channel, when there's word from the political realm that could affect our wealth building efforts, I'd be careless in not bringing it to your attention. And, of course, providing my 2 nickels on the matter. So here's a recent headline from the Epoch Times. Possible home equity tax on primary residences, very concerning for average homeowners, taxpayers advocate. Now, before getting into the weeds of what's at stake, let's review the present state of things when it comes to owning your home in Canada in general terms. All current homeowners in Canada do not pay tax on any gains resulting from the sale of the house they own and live in, called their primary residence. So, for example, if this is my house, which I purchased for, say, $400,000 some years ago, this year I decided to sell my primary living home for $500,000. Not factoring in other incidental costs such as legal costs and realtor fees, this is a net gain of $100,000. As things stand right now, you do not pay tax on this gain of $100,000. It's all yours free and clear to be used for your next home purchase or to help fund other life endeavors such as retirement. Now, here is how the proposed tax changes would affect your pocketbook. Let's work with the same assumptions. Say I purchased my house, again, for $400,000 many moons ago. Today I sold it for $500,000. I think I'm rolling in a $100,000 windfall. No, not so fast, says Mr. CRA as he comes around the corner with waiting palms for his fair share. While there's little word of the amount of tax a homeowner would pay, that $100,000 gain is no more. Perhaps it's $80,000 or maybe $50,000 or who knows. So why would hardworking homeowners be slapped with yet another tax? For starters, with all the spending the federal government has been doing of late, running up the country's debts up the wazoo, they're looking for ways to close that financial gap. And since very few politicians actually think to reduce spending to close the gap, they figure it's just better and easier to increase the revenue, also known as tax. But a curious note I found in this article, which points to fixing inequality as the motive behind such a scheme. From the article, quote, "The objective is to identify solutions that could level the playing field between renters and owners." What playing field? You mean all the expenses owners are responsible for, such as house maintenance, property taxes, insurance, and let's not forget, for many Canadians, the mortgage interest paid that effectively doubles, if not more, the amount we pay during the course of owning the house. With all those mounting expenses, that $100,000 profit really just on paper at the point of sale. Over the long haul, homeowners, especially those with mortgages, come out behind financially. Oh, and did I mention inflation? How much of that $100,000 is actual increase in purchasing power? My estimation is very little, if any. But that's okay. Everyone else has good intentions at heart when they come knocking for their fair share of the extra money that you got from the sale of your house. So, here's a suggestion. If they want fair share, let's send them packing with a bill for all the expenses we as homeowners have incurred over the years of owning and living in the house. That's sure to shift mentalities very quickly. Sure, making mortgage interest tax deductible may be an option to offset the tax owed on the gain, but I see no mention of such an idea. One last thing. Very few seem to want to think about the possible impacts of applying such a tax. As a quote in the article so wisely points out, quote, If homeowners know they're going to get nailed with a big tax if they sell, they could stay put and not sell, taking that starter home off the market. Or they could just tack that new tax cost on the listing price, making the home more expensive. Lower supply and higher prices doesn't make housing more affordable, end quote. Well, wouldn't you know it, there's that dreaded law of unintended consequences. Instead of making housing more affordable and leveling that playing field, such a tax would likely only make housing more expensive and out of reach for the very younger generations it claims to help. So let's think about such things first, before emotionally launching into inequality rants, especially if we're concentrating on our own skin in the wealth game. Besides, as our own wealth grows, absolutely nothing is preventing us from voluntarily helping others with a hand up, not hand out. Forced help brings no net good to anyone, except maybe those collecting the tax. By the way, I'm giving away these, My Pinnacle Life notebooks with pens, to help you get your wealth game plan organized and your pinnacle journey plotted on paper. Head over to www.mypinnaclelife.com. Join the Pinnacle Chronicles email list, and I'll send you one of these free of charge anywhere in Canada. And don't forget to hit that like button if you found value in this video, and then press the subscribe button to find your way back to the Pinnacle Life. It's time to get your skin in the wealth game, to get you on your journey to the pinnacle.